usan sa iba pang mga malalaking balita mga kaumbo. Update mo muna tayo sa nagpapatuloy pa rin pong paghahanda ng House Prosecution Panel. Week number 7 na ho tayo at hindi po natuloy ngayong araw yung panibagong trial day ho sana. Pero anyway, makakausap po natin ang isa sa mga tagapagsalita ng House Prosecution Team, si Representative Zia Alonto Adjong. Sir, magandang araw, magandang gabi ho sa inyo. Welcome sa Bombo Radio Philippines, sa Bombo Network News, si Bombo Janice Puerto.
Magandang gabi, Bonbo Janice. Magandang gabi sa mga nakikinig ng inyong programa.
Thank you so much for joining us, Representative Adjong, sir. Unahin ko po yung mga dapat i-expect ng public ngayon pong week 7. The House Prosecution Panel has been very active sa inyo pong information campaign at lahat po ng magpapangaral tungkol ho sa ginagawa ng panel. Ngayong week 7, ano po yung mga ina-expect ho natin at ano po yung mga nakatakdang gagawin ng House Panel, sir?
Yung continuation ng testimonya in direct examination nung pangalawang testigo natin from COA ICFAO, yung current na director ng ICFAO, siya rin yung naatasan na mag-continue on with the auditing process simula nung na-issuean ng notice of suspension yung mga confidential funds na paggamit nung last quarter of 2022, both the OVP confidential funds and at the same time yung DepEd confidential funds. Tatandaan natin nung nagtestigo si Attorney Wamil, ang naabutan lang niya yung issuance ng notice of suspension. Itong susunod na testigo, siya naman yung magpapatunay na yung naging resulta nung notice of suspension ay umabot ng disallowance, notice of disallowance. In fact, yung portion of the 125 million that was issued for the OVP as the confidential funds ay kailangan ng i-restitute after the appeal that was made by the Office of the Vice President, kailangan ibalik. So ito yung inaasahan natin na magiging testimonya ng susunod na testigo. Supposedly dapat may preliminary direct examination na gagawin sa kanya nung Wednesday, kaso kinulang tayo ng oras. That's why nag-decide na lang ang korte na i-continue na lang supposedly today. Pero nag-suspend din ng trabaho ang Senado dahil nga sa masamang panahon. So hopefully by tomorrow, we will hear the direct testimony, a direct examination of the current ICFAO director, para mailatag natin yung mga na-issuehan ng notice of disallowance. Pati na rin doon sa first and second, third quarters ng 2023, mapag-uusapan din dyan yung na-issuean din ng audit observation memorandum, yung sa Department of Education na confidential funds starting January up to the third quarter of 2023. That would also include the OVP confidential funds. So yun ang magiging testimonya ng ating magiging saksi, sa hopefully by tomorrow.
Lahat ng yan, sir, na-expect ko ninyo na matatapos within this week? Kahit na dalawa na lang po yung nalalabi na trial day this week?
Depende yan sa magiging direct examination at pati na rin yung cross-examination. Kung mapapansin niyo medyo lengthy yung discussion diyan, kay Attorney Wamil nga, umabot siya ng, di ako nagkakamali, 2 oras ang kanyang pagtestigo kasi nagkaroon pa ng cross-examination and redirect at recross, So inaasahan natin na mukhang ganito rin yung magiging takbo nung pagtestigo ng ating saksi dahil nga pinag-uusapan dito ay records na nanggagaling mismo sa OVP at saka sa Department of Education. Ito yung mga sinubmit nila na mga acknowledgement receipts kung saan yung mga pangalan na nabanggit, tulad ni Mary Grace Piatos, parati yan nababanggit, yung mga iba si Miko Harina, yung si Andilim. Ito yung mga part of that confidential funds would also be dealing with the names and alleged personalities or informants who have received confidential funds from both the OVP and the Department of Education. So maasahan natin na ito yung mga mapag-uusapan in the coming days, no? As to your question whether it can be done within the week, again, depende yan sa cross-examination, but if we base the presentation of the witness last week in the person of Attorney Wamil, nag-consume siya ng 2 trial day, no? So mukhang yun ang possible din na mangyari.
Sir, gusto ko rin pong itanong ho sa inyo kasi I understand na meron kayong constituency work din, kayong mga house prosecutor. Hindi ba mahahati yung attention ho ninyo, lalo ho at may mga flooding ho, mga series of flooding sa iba't ibang mga lugar, especially dito po sa Luzon area?
Hindi naman, kasi designed naman ng House of Representatives to address multiple concerns. In fact, that's why we have different committees, and each committee have different set of members and different chairman and chairpersons para matuunan ng pansin yung mga other legislations that are also being expected by the House of Representatives to tackle in certain period of days. So hindi siya actually sasabihin natin na mahahati kasi in fact yun ang pag-design ng ating legislatura. Remember, the legislature is very dynamic. Every now and then meron kang ginagawang hearings, investigation, proposed legislation. Aside from yung lawmaking, we also exercise yung oversight function. Kaya meron ka dyan mga investigation in aid of legislation because part of our job also is to revisit laws that we think needed to be upgraded or needed to be amended in order that it will be more responsive to the current situation in our country. So that's how the House of Representatives is being designed. Hindi siya sasabihin natin na just because we're having the impeachment trial, it does not necessarily mean that it would 100% consume the time of the House of Representatives kasi nasa Senado naman ito. At the same time, ay hindi naman lahat ng miyembro ng House of Representatives are all sitting there as prosecutors. In fact, selected lang naman yung mga prosecutors and not all prosecutors are presenting witnesses. May naka-assign sa kanila per article, di ba? Kami na mga spokespersons, hindi naman isa ang spokesperson pagdating dito sa impeachment trial. In fact, marami din kaming mga spokesperson. So it's just a matter of handling the impeachment trial vis-a-vis the ongoing I know what you're thinking, the ongoing expected na a budget briefing based on the availability of each house trial spokesperson, no? So hindi siya makaka-apekto kung ano man yung pinag-uusapan ngayon sa impeachment trial. In fact, even while on break, continuous pa rin yung pag-hold ng committee hearings ng Committee on Education, Committee on Ways and Means, Committee on Agriculture, and many other committees that while we're holding the impeachment trial, while we are on break, continuous pa rin gumagalaw ang ating mga hearings dyan sa Kamara.
Okay. Sir, maraming salamat for joining us. Panghuli na lang ko siguro dito. A few days ago, may mga naririnig tayo about dito sa tinatawag na impeachment fatigue. And I understand na sa part ng House Prosecution Panel, parang ang napansin natin lately, nag-i-incorporate si Attorney Kapunan ng humor dun sa kanyang direct examination. Now, I don't know kung napag-usapan po ito ng House panel, but somehow, how important na magkaroon po ng humor habang umuusad ang trial, sir?
No, Attorney Kapunon has been like that, no? That's her personality. Hindi ho niya ginagawang katawa-tawa. Dahil sa totoo lang po, katawa-tawa naman po talaga yung mga pangalan na sa ARs, 'di ba? Sa acknowledgement receipt. Sino ba matatawa sa Andilim? Sino ba hindi matatawa sa Pikit, no? So it's not her own making. These are the names, Patiting. These are the names that appear in the AR. So it's really that laughable. Pero knowing Attorney Kapunan, she takes this very, very seriously. And that's just how she handles the trial. Ganun lang talaga yung kanyang signature. She's confident about presenting the case because she knows na we have all the evidence that we can provide before the court to really prove that our case really do hold water, that the Vice President really did indeed misuse the confidential funds and in a way did really violate the Constitution and betray the public trust. So ganun lang kasimple yun, no? We are confident that we can provide the evidence that the court needs and the public should see for us to be able to relay the message that the Vice President, her fitness is on trial here, that her conduct is on trial here, and therefore, because of the confidential funds that was spent very problematically, meron talagang presumption of misuse. And so, ganun yung kanyang naging presentation. So talaga namang katawa-tawa yung mga pangalan na nandiyan sa ARs. Kaya nga gusto namin na may pakita din ito sa taong bayan, at least yung sample din dito, kasi confident kami na base din po sa NBI report at saka sa PSA reports, mukhang iisa ang pumirma at mukhang yung mga pangalan diyan ay hindi totoong mga tao dahil wala hong record na nakita sa PSA na nagngangalang Patiting, nagngangalang Mary Grace Piatos, or may kapangalang Miko Harina.
And I understand, mas marami pang ganitong episode sa mga susunod pang araw siguro. Again, maraming
Matatawa ka na lang kung ilalabas yung mga pangalan sa ARs.
Again, thank you for joining us, Representative Adjong, sir. Ingat-ingat po kayo, sir.
Maraming salamat po.
Ang isa po sa mga nagsisilbing tagapagsalita ng House Prosecution Panel, si Representative Zia Aluntuadjo.